Aw, she loved the cake. Loves it so much.
The woman noticed a fox with an injured leg limping around the park in search of food, especially on snowy days when it was difficult to find any. The woman began bringing food for the fox, but it was always cautious and hesitant, taking the food and running away. One day the fox appeared at the woman's doorstep, and she realized that the injury had worsened and the fox had come seeking help from the only person it trusted. The woman took the fox to a veterinarian and cared for it diligently every day. The fox's leg eventually healed, but it refused to leave the woman's side. It followed her home and happily settled down to live with her.
Hey, you want to tell your mama if you're sick? Oh, that was not good. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Oh boy, at least you're moving around. Oh my God.
The forest ranger discovered a weak and fragile young cub in the depths of the forest. Uncertain of its species, the ranger made the compassionate decision to bring it home and care for it. With devoted attention, the cub thrived and grew into a majestic black panther. As the days passed, the panther's size increased, but its bond with the ranger remained unbreakable. Eventually, the ranger had to take the panther to a rescue center due to its immense size. The panther languished in the unfamiliar surroundings until the ranger's visit. In that moment, the panther's eyes lit up, and it embraced the ranger, reigniting their profound connection.
Pilot is seen flying with the little baby monkey sitting in his lap. The monkey's name is Musa, and he has been rescued from illegal hunters. As the pilot was flying him back to an animal sanctuary, he did something truly heartwarming. Instead of just putting him in a cage, he decided to hold him on his lap for the entire flight because he was still so young and vulnerable. You can see him affectionately plucking the bugs out of his fur, and even feeding him with a little baby bottle. As they finally landed and Musa greeted his new family, he couldn't have been any happier. Subscribe.
Tasties. Ugh, gotta dip it in that ranch. Yeah, buddy.
This is the most heartwarming video I have ever watched. Alongside his cycling expedition, this young man came across a stray dog with an injured hind leg, struggling to crawl on its remaining front legs. He took the dog to a vet for examination, but unfortunately, the hind leg had deteriorated beyond recovery. Despite the arduous and distant journey, the young man made the decision to travel together with the disabled dog. Throughout their adventure, the young man took exceptional care of the dog, traversing towering mountains, vast deserts, and admiring breathtaking landscapes. They swam in lakes, slept on grassy plains, and even witnessed the sunrise from the world's highest peak. At the end of their journey, the disabled dog was brought back home. The young man arranged a custom wheelchair for him and personally constructed a house. Under the devoted care of the young man, the disabled dog began to lead a joyful life, even celebrating a momentous 3-year birthday party. Their journey continues onward.
I'm addicted to this, not in a literal medical sense, but I don't think I could live without it.
While this wild leopard was hunting for food, he stumbled upon a helpless little baby monkey, and what happens next is going to make your heart melt. The leopard starts to curiously poke at the little tree rat, trying to get it down, seemingly ready to eat it. As he climbs up on the tree to further inspect it, suddenly something seems to change in him. He carefully lifts it up and dangles him in the air for a little bit before setting him down on top of the tree again. When he sees it lying there in front of him, completely helpless, he just can't bring himself to do it. The leopard ultimately decides to spare it as he lies down next to the monkey and even starts affectionately licking its head. Subscribe if you think he did the right thing.
While working on his house, a man stumbled upon a homeless raccoon. He kindly offered it food and water, and over time the raccoon grew attached to him. The man made the decision to keep the raccoon by his side, and from that point forward, he had an extra little assistant whenever he worked.
Oh my goodness. Patty.
This parrot became extremely depressed when he lost his previous owner, and he started plucking his own feathers as a result of it. When this guy saw the state he was in, he immediately knew that he had to help. So he decided to adopt him. If parrots don't get enough love and human contact, they easily get depressed and start hurting themselves. So in order to make him feel better, the guy started to dance with him every day after work. And it worked. Eventually, he stopped plucking, and his feathers started growing back. And just 6 months later, he looks the healthiest he's ever been. Subscribe if you think he did the right thing.
Popsicle. A very melted popsicle, looking at like a dog.
These hunters stumbled upon 2 deer that were seemingly fighting to the death. As they took a closer look, they quickly realized why. Their antlers were intertwined. For one deer to get out of this alive, the other had to die. They wanted to help, but they just didn't know how. It was simply too dangerous. That was until one of them got a crazy idea that just might work if they got lucky. They took out a yellow rope and tried to catch the deer with it. As the first throw missed and the deer started to act up even more, it seemed like all hope was lost. But to everyone's surprise, the second one was a hit. The men pull on the rope as hard as they can, firmly holding the deer in place, as another hunter quickly takes out a chainsaw and, with a swift motion, saws through their antlers. Subscribe if you think they did the right thing.
Come on, come, get, come on, what, get.
These 2 blokes woke up to an unexpected visitor. While they were asleep, this orange monkey and its baby found their way into their home. As if it were nothing, the monkey went into the bathroom, picked up a bar of soap, and started washing its hands, just like a human would.
He's washing his hands with the soap. There's an orangutan in the toilet, bro. Wait, Blood's gonna take a shit.
Next, the monkey went outside and headed straight for the fridge. It took out a bunch of drinks and eventually managed to open up a bottle of Coca-Cola.
He opened it, bro. He's actually drinking Sprite.
Subscribe.
Are you kidding? I literally left for 5 seconds. Wow.
This family found a lost stray kitten on the roadside and took it home, where it became friends with their daughter. As the kitten grew, they discovered it was a lynx and called animal protection to take it away. The lynx was sad at the shelter until their daughter visited and they embraced through the fence.